numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad need pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere.
All right, Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL has us on the west coast of the Sunshine State. Downtown Tampa's the spot, Raymond James Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Atlanta Falcons and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
Ready. 60 Pittsburgh. Stand. Ready.
Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Go.
And this is caught by Evans. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
Hey, Sam off.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
At their own 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 44-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now they try the right side here. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, it's almost a tendency breaker.
And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. Tackle made by Justin Evans.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Mike, 45. Let's get the ball.
Hey, exit.
Now a play fake. Carr. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
6-man. Hey, Zoo, get it.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Lock. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd.
Come off the ball. Check 31. Check 31. Hey, Haywood.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lock. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Now Ito Smith, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Excellent effort defensively by him. 2 tackles for a loss last week, now 1 here in the first quarter.
He's an absolute disruptor, isn't he? And I think most offenses would love to go against guys who just want to hold the point of attack and try and keep things clean for their linebackers. But when they make those moves and they can get upfield, past the offensive line into the backfield, that's hard to handle.
734. Go. 29. 29. Watch the screen.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And he'll be brought down around the 7-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your catch.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Ronald Jones, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Gets fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
Check, walk 54. Hey, box drop.
To throw again on second down. Carr. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Mike 5-4.
After the turnover, here's Locke. And he'll find Hall. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 47 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Here's Locke to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Hey, Charlie!
Second down and goal. Locke. Flushed out right. And he's got it. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. A little risky there when you roll out of that pocket right like he did. You complete the pass, but you don't get anything out of it.
But how many times have we seen when a quarterback exits out of the pocket, doesn't matter whether they go left or right, the defense loses its leverage, right? There's a little chaos back there, and receivers come open. Great discipline on that play. They didn't let that happen and held it to no gain.
This will be caught at about the 5. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
Gay's kick is good, and they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr. Complete. Smith has it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Atlanta.
First down, Atlanta.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. 10-6 the score after 1 right here on EA Sports.
Falcons 6.
Now! 180! Hey, we're good. You ready? Wait. One. Hey, team 6.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Looking downfield for Jones. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
I know exactly why I tried to throw the ball to Julio Jones there. he's never considered covered. He's either too fast or too strong. You always try and get it to him.
Especially on those deep passes. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr. Looking deep for Julio. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down.
Alpha. New Mike 52, Mike 52. 5.
Clock now on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Bravo. 54, Mike, 56.
To throw on 3rd down. Lock. He's got his tight end, Burton. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. Lock now, 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Throwing on first down is Lock. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. This is Jones. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8.
Hey, high 7. Hey, roll out.
Shotgun snap to Lock. Able to find Harris, complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 41-yard line. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme. Get a little bit more pressure.
Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. It's a gain of 34.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
Where's 52? Watch the now. 52's the mic. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Hey, wahoo!
From the gun, it's Lock. Flush to his right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
That's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Now lock again. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. They'll come out in the pistol. The Bucs on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and goal.
Recon, 132 fighter. Sponge. Leo. Ready.
They'll run with Scarlett, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On 2nd down, here's Smith. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Hey, down. 180. Kill. Here we go, G. Hey, let's go. Right there, 54.
On 3rd down, Carr looking downfield for Jones. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
Mike's 54.
On play action, now Carr. Rolling to his right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings them up 2nd and 10.
93. Check right 45. Check right 45. Hey, Orvin. 45's the mic. 45's the mic. They're not ready for this, man. Ain't no way. They still playing soccer.
To throw again. Carr. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
To throw on 3rd down. Carr. And the throw there going to be incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Throwing again on second down. Lock. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Now they face a third down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Block working out of the gun. Throwing right, and that's complete. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
You got nothing. Kill.
On the run, it's Smith. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Slam. Express. Hey, Haywood.
On play action, it's Carr. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Shotgun now for Carr. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Shaquille Barrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Here's Jamie Gillen now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
At the 30-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Rock it. 25, check 25, check 25. Shift.
They'll go again to Jones. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10.
Go.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Eluding the pressure right. It's brought in by Harris. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 38. On first down, Locke. He's going to look deep down the field. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Hey, box drop.
On play action, Locke. That's caught by Howard. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
10-2, right 54. Here we go. Watch out. 5. Check nickel.
Play action. Now it's Locke. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Ready.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Locke. Throw left side complete. That's Brooks. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate Big plays for an offense.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Charlie. 52's the mark, boy. 52.
Operating from the gun. Lock. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. As his guys are in for 6 as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now it's starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Second half, no matter what. Well, his first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
And he gets it to the 30-yard line, but the football's not going to stay there. There's a penalty marker down. So that will push him back.
And now we know why he had a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back. That penalty will move them back.
They'll run with Smith. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, we're good.
They go back to the ground with Smith. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
36.
They'll run it here with Smith. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons. A first down carry for Smith. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now in Tampa. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the fourth. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Check. Greystone, Travis. Hot. Check. 45 is the mark. 93. You must be dreaming. Who's right, Chief? Hey, Steve 6. That's it.
Now they'll throw with Carr. Britt's got it, complete. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Check three. Find down.
On first down, it's Smith. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
At the Buccaneers' 38-yard line.
Down.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got to jump here. So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
So after the penalty, now they need just a yard on second down. After the penalty, it's Smith. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2 yards on the play. And the Falcons first down.
On first down, Carr. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off down at the 10. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to float this over the middle deep. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there. 77 yards as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Well, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like, oh, it's out. Smith lost it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. This time able to hold on to the football, but not much room to run.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Yeah, every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Check. SOS. White Monday. SOS. Blue draw Corkers.
They'll try the right side here with Smith. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. This is Smith. And an alley to run. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there.
Check 45.
They'll run on first down. Kirkland. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll keep it on the ground. Kirkland. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The Falcons on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, they run with Smith. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down.
A gain of 14. First down, Atlanta.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They keep it with Smith on 1st down. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action, but other times you say, okay.
And now here's another interception. Picked up by Denzel Ward. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Jones. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 1st down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. A lot going to throw it here. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this will be caught at the 30. It's a big play there for the Buccaneers. And even 50 yards. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Here's Jones. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
A gain of 2.